Hello, good evening, and welcome to another edition of BOI Impact. I am Hadiza Uyumi. One of the Bank of Industry's beneficiaries that we shall be featuring on tonight's episode is a testament to the possibilities of backward integration in the wood processing industry and indeed the entire industrial landscape. We shall begin our journey tonight at the Aluminium Fabricating Factory located in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. AMD Aluminium Factory is a subsidiary of AMD Aluminium Limited. AMD Aluminium produces high-quality aluminium roofing sheets. To enlarge its product offerings, the company invested in 3 new rolling machines with distinct specialization. And to further support its operations, AMD sought a loan facility from the Bank of Industry to finance the acquisition of a generator, a forklift, and working capital. Here are highlights of our visit to AMD Aluminium Factory. Nigeria's population has increased the desire for people to have a home of their own, thereby further deepening the real estate market in Nigeria. Hence the need for roofing products. AMD Aluminium continues to work with its stakeholders and customers to deliver its obligations and commitments, ensuring that its corporate objectives add value and exceed their customers' expectations. The managing director of AMD Aluminium Factory, Mayowa Ajayi, spoke on the company and its product.
The journey of AMD Nigeria Limited started in 2016, of which AMD Aluminium Factory is a subsidiary. It is a one-stop roofing company. We do sales of stone-coated roofing materials. We are producers of aluminium roofing sheets, and we are also installer. That means we can handle your roofing project. So basically, it's a one-stop roofing company. We offer our roofing services. Before I started AMD Nigeria Limited, my vision is to start a reputable roofing company, a company where homeowners, engineers, corporate bodies can come and say, we want you to handle our roofing project, and we'll be able to deliver. So that is the vision, just to have a standard roofing company in Nigeria, to be known for all-round roofing services. We have a world standard roofing factory where we produce our aluminium roof profile, and our machines are up to date and they are the newest technology you can find anywhere. So with that, we are sure our product will meet the world standard and will come out the best. And also we make sure we also bank on the world standard raw materials, like the coils we use in producing our roofing sheet. We make sure they are original, like they don't fade and they don't give customer headache, because if you don't use the normal requirement for the kind of profile you want to produce. For example, if you are doing the long span, we recommend you use the standard 0.45 mm. You can use the 0.55 mm, you can use the 0.60. But when it comes to production of step ties, I wouldn't advise you use 0.45 for step ties. So we don't use that. That is the measure we use in making sure our product comes out the best. So for step ties, our recommendation for production of step ties is 0.55, 0.60. Then for the metcopo, the standard gauge we used in producing our metcopo is the 0.60. So for our product, we have the long span, who produces the metra and the normal corrugation for the long span, and it comes in different gauges. That means our specification for gauges is 0.45, 0.50, 0.55, 0.60. And also for the step ties, it also comes in different gauges and different colors too. And the metcopo too, it comes in different gauges and different color, but the specification for the metcopo start from 0.60. That is what we use in producing our metcopo. So we produce this based on customers' request. That means customer can come with what they want, the gauge, the color. Then we take the measurement from them, then we go straight to production, then we supply to our customer.
He further mentioned the impact of his company's relationship with the Bank of Industry.
Yeah, I got introduced to Bank of Industry in 2022 when I was trying to set up my aluminium roofing factory. So I had already imported the machine, and then I got affected by some factors. We were able to clear the machine, we had the factory set up, but we couldn't start production because we were out of money to incur raw materials. So that day I think I was trolling my Instagram, then I saw Bank of Industry, and then I went to practically read the kind of service they offer. Then I called a number which I was directed at with. They have an office in Osogbo here. So I think the next day I went to the Bank of Industry to make inquiries on how they can help, because I practically needed money to start to get the factory running, and I had exhausted all options. So that was how I got to know Bank of Industry, and I talked to them. Then they told me about the process. I think it is something I can actually do. So that was how I got to know Bank of Industry. The facility that was given to me by Bank of Industry, I told them I needed a startup capital, a working capital. Then I needed to get a forklift, because basically we can't produce without the forklift. Then I needed a generator set too, in case we are out of power, because we don't normally produce until we have an order. So it is very disappointing for a customer to come, then we don't have backup for power. So that was what I was able to incur with the loan provided to me by Bank of Industry. We can produce up to 10,000 square meter in a day now with each machines. So that means we have 3 machines. That means our capacity for today is like 30,000 square meter of roofing sheet materials. That is our capacity for today. And we started with 6 staffs, and now we have up to 13 staffs, excluding our site engineers. We have up to 19, including our driver, site engineer, the operator, the factory attendant, the storekeeper, and our secretary. Yeah, I would like to say a very big thank you to the Bank of Industry, because without the Bank of Industry, I don't know, probably I will still be looking for grant, or probably be looking for what to sell to get my company running. So with Bank of Industry, it was actually an easy journey for me.
The Bank of Industry's Osho State Manager, Sukomi Oriyomi, speaks more on BOI support for the factory.
There are some equipments, and then they require the forklift. They also require to power the factory, and they require a very big electric generator for that purpose. And so those are and as well as the working capital, because the raw materials are actually very, very expensive, and so they needed support in that area. So we give them working capital to be able to get raw materials on a consistent basis, power the factory for them, as well as got them a forklift. And these have been impacting their business excellently. And that's the reason BOI was established, to ensure that value is added to all our raw materials, our agri-producers, and every other thing that one can add value to produce. And that's actually what we have been here for. And Osho has been responding positively.
For over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
From AMD Aluminium, next is our visit to Ondo State. Armada International Limited, Akure, was incorporated in Nigeria in 1999. It is in the business of wood processing and production of pallets that are supplied to local and international companies. With the support of the Bank of Industry, The company recently diversified into the production of biomass by drying and grinding waste wood generated from the sawmilling section of the company into sawdust, which is later compressed to produce pallets and briquettes, which are burnt by thermal conversion and used for energy in industrial and domestic operations. One of the company's plans is to subsequently convert the power generated from the biomass plant to power its factories in Akure, as well as offer their biomass product to industries that use steam boilers and also for household heating. Amanda's sawmill production line is automated with well-trained employees running them. The wood used in producing pallets are of high quality, which makes them less prone to deflection and breakage. The pallets produced from its sawmilling factory provide strength and solid base for safe handling of heavy loads. General Manager Armada International, Ismail Teles, speaks on the company's operations.
Armada is in various different businesses. We are managing export activities about agricultural products. We are producing here wooden pallets. Also, by using our own waste, we are producing biomass products. Wooden pallet in Nigeria is a common product, we can say, but quantity-wise, our difference is we are one of the biggest manufacturer company in Nigeria. Main our customers are Nigerian companies. Some of them are international companies, especially about wooden pallet. Because naturally, the big companies are trying to help the environment. And since they are international, they have rules. In the market, you can use plastic pallet alternatively. But as everybody knows, it's based on petrochemical materials. Instead, we are offering as a solution more natural product.
Factory Supervisor Friday Emmanuel took us through the production process for pallets.
Your log must be a 12 feet long. The 12 feet will normally get exactly what we need from inside. After the forklift takes the logs to the chain that rolls the logs into the factory, the first machine that was working on it is bandsaw. The first bandsaw will split the log to the sizes, which 165 millimeter. Then it will take to the second bandsaw, also split it to the sizes 100 meter. From that process, we take it to the edger. Edger gives us the normal sizes we need for the deck board. The deck board, the sizes are 20 meter by 120 meter by 1,200 meter. That's what we use for the deck board. Then we also take some to the edger also to slice it to the stringer. The stringer, the sizes are 75 by 75 millimeter by 100 meter by 1,000 meter. So for them, we take it to the process level. Well, we differentiate the good from the bad. Then the good one, we make a process of a 4-way pallet. If you are going on 5-way pallet, we will have to notch the both sides to get the quality of what we need from inside. Then we take it to the last production, which is the nailing station. In this section, this summer site, we have about 67 workers working here. So that is what we are doing here. On our raw material, we normally get the major ones from Ondo State here. Then we get some from neighboring states around, such as Benue State, Cross River State, then Kogi State, and Ekiti State. We consume almost 150 logs in a day. And in a day, capacity of production we are making in a day, if you are nailing the finishing product, we normally nail 446 pallets in a day.
Disposal of waste from wood processing, especially sawdust and offcuts, generally constitute major environmental challenges. Armada International's operations resolves some of these issues by taking waste from local sawmills as inputs for its biomass product.
What we are doing, we are collecting also these waste material and we are using them as our material for production. And in the factory, any waste now is under usage of production to produce biomass. Pellet is the one much smaller than briquette. We are producing 6 millimeter and 8 millimeter diameter of the pellets. About the briquette, in fact, we can, of course, have various alternatives, but as of now, we have two alternatives, 60 mm and 90 mm. These biomass products are using in the world since, we can say, many years now, because maybe 15 to 20 years, the market knows. And the time the oil prices were increasing, biomass became a kind of cheap and environmental alternative. The time the companies invested about production, realized, yes, we are helping the end users by offering cheaper alternatives, but also we are helping environment. To use the firewood is not healthy because firewood has moisture content. You cannot control the temperature. You cannot control the quantity you need to use, you're supposed to use. When we realized, yes, this is a good idea to invest about biomass production, the best part of it was we have our own material by ourselves because of our production. We can export. The people can save money by using our biomass. The people will have healthy life by using this.
Factory manager at the biomass production plant, Salako Babatunde, spoke on the production process for pallets and briquettes.
We produce pellets and briquettes. So for burning. Fire, and it's very, very economic and environmental friendly. The production capacity of the pellet is 2 to 2.5 tons per hour. So which is amount to like 16 tons a day. The production capacity for the briquette machine is around between 8 to 10 tons per day. The briquette is mainly for industrial use, mostly for industrial use because of the size and the effectiveness of it. Pellet is also for industrial and also for household use because of the size and the nature of it, how it looks like. In this section alone, we have like 40 to 50 staffs.
Ismail Kailes comments on the impact of BOI support for the company.
Bank of Industry is helping us, in fact, more than helping us, realizing our dreams faster and realizing these benefits not only for us, also for the community, for Nigeria, for environment, faster. It's not easy to do in a short term, but Bank of Industry helps to make it in very short term. That is the biggest advantage. Yes, helps us to realize our dreams and to help the environment and the community. The first investment part was about sawmill. We call sawmill to manage the production of the pallets. The second part of the investment is totally about biomass production. This biomass production are including some different process. For example, we are producing our own sawdust by using our own waste wood. It's a crusher machine we call, crusher and grinder. This is a machine and it has its own location. And by using a conveyor belt, we are transferring the sawdust to factory area, which we have pelletizing machine and briquette machines, of course also drying machine. Drying is very important process for whole this production because the wood itself has high moisture content. For time being, we are planning to improve or extend the line about the biomass production for next few years. The capacity we are managing now, if you consider our own waste, enough, but we are able to manage more by considering the supplying the sawdust from other sawmills. There is big potential. So our investment will continue about biomass production. About pallet production too, because any equipment has a certain lifetime. So we need to renew, we need to increase the capacity, we may need to increase the speed.
Regional Manager Southwest at the Bank of Industry, Michael Oye, tells us more about the bank's numerous initiatives in the Southwest region.
The entire Bank of Industry fund is available for the entrepreneurs, but notwithstanding, we have specific funds. As you may be aware, Bank of Industry has been in partnership with other development partners, including the subnationals, the states at various levels. All the governments in the Southwest region and even the other parts of the Southwest region are all partners of the Bank of Industry. Respectively, they have all created a fund dedicated to each of the states.
That's another success story from Armada International, a company that promotes best practices in waste management, recycling, and the responsible use of diminishing natural resource. As you have variously seen on this series, the Bank of Industry supports potentially viable projects with considerable developmental impact. They are mostly micro, small, medium, and large enterprises that have extensive value chains that generate significant multiplier effects that create huge employment opportunities. These supported enterprises also stimulate demand for locally sourced raw materials, converting them into finished or semi-finished products. For further information on how you can access BOI's facilities, kindly log on to www.boi.ng or visit BOI's offices nearest to you. Thank you for watching this edition of BOI Impact. See you again next week for a fresh edition of the program. I am Hadiza Oyewumi. Do have yourself an enterprising week. Bye for now.